You should know I don't care about the things you say. Yeah. I don't even know what I want no more, no more, no more. Yeah. I'ma figure out what to do with all my time, my new life. Yeah. I don't even know what to do right now.
Yeah, you're right. This is Live Lives by Omobola Stephen, and my name is Omobola Stephen. I'm a host on this talk show today, and really, I'm a relationship upline, a transformational coach, and my passion is to inspire changing the people, help them walk through life unburdened by guilt, worry, or regret, and lead them to the path of destiny fulfillment. So I'm asking you this moment, why not hold my hand and let's walk this path together? Now I'm promising you sincerely from the bottom of my heart that you're going to regret it at all. You're not going to regret it. It's going to be a worthwhile experience.
Right now, yeah. I'ma figure out what to do with all my time, my new life, yeah. I don't wanna try again. I don't wanna try again. All we had were those memories, time to make some new ones. Sun is up, I'm wide awake, we're not getting younger. If you still love me, then please just let me go. I won't stay with you, I need to live my own life. Yeah, even if you doubt me now, you should know I don't care about the things you say. Yeah, I don't even know what I want no more. Yeah, I'ma figure out what to do with all my time, my new life. Yeah, I don't even know what to do right.
Now, according to the words of Muhammad Ali, he said, it's the repetition of affirmations that leads to belief. And once that belief becomes a deep connection, things begin to happen. What did you say to that? Now, if you want to catch up missed episodes of my talk show, simply search for Live Live by Omobola Stephen on iTunes, on iRadio, on Podchaser, on Stitcher, on Amazon Music, on Acast, on Player FM, on Deezer, on Radio Public, on Castbox, on Google Podcasts, on Podknife, on Podcast Addict, on Podtract, on Himalaya, Listen Notes, on Joseph, and on Anchor, and on others.
Right now, yeah. I'ma figure out what to do with all my time, my new life, yeah. I don't wanna try again. 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 Don't wanna do this again. You must have felt this coming. Can't we just leave it right here, never to touch it again? Yeah, even if you.
I have a guest on my show today who will be talking about mindset. Now, mindset is very important. You need to know about it. Stick around.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to Life Well Lived by Omobola Stephen. It's an engaging and enlightening talk show on life, relationships, and the business of life. Grab a cup of juice and just chill. Life Well Lived by Omobola Stephen. Live life. Live fully.
Made not quite long their collaboration platform, and since then I've come to appreciate Paul's candor, positive outlook, and warmth. Hello, once again, my name is Omobola Stephen, and welcome to Live Live by Omobola Stephen. And so on today's talk show, I have with me Paul Forchione. Now, I've been looking forward to this day to have him share his inspiring journey as a cerebral-palsy patient, but who has risen above life's difficulties to becoming a voice to the hopeless. Now, Paul Forchione is a mindset and motivational coach. He's a podcaster at Actions and Limits. He also shares his inspiring journey with his clients to help them overcome obstacles and any challenges in their lives. And so, on today's show, Live World by Omobola Stephen, welcome with me, Paul Forchione.
Wow, I'm so glad to be on here, and thank you for such a great introduction.
Thank you once again. So, Paul, can you tell us a bit about yourself and what you do?
Yes, so I am a mindset coach, and what I do is I help improve people's mindsets so that they're more present with their friends and family, they're more productive at work, and more importantly, they feel better on the inside, because it all starts with your mindset on how you start your day. So we try to preach to our clients that you think what you are. So when you wake up in the morning, before you grab that television, to turn the television on, turn the radio on, or whatever your morning routine is, before you do any of that stuff, take a few minutes of your day to think about the things that you're grateful for. It could be a good spouse, it could be a good family, it could be a sense of humor, it could be just that you're alive for the day. Maybe you had a bad night, and the fact that you're alive is a thing that you're grateful for. And you start your day off with those thoughts. And what that will do is that will put your day in the better foot, because you'll start to point out things that are positive during your day. Like you could get something on your phone saying, oh, I got a free coffee. The day keeps getting better and better and better, because you can do the opposite, right? You can start thinking about the negative. Like, you're driving down to work and you get a flat tire, and you say to yourself, yep, I would get a flat tire. That's my luck. I always have bad luck. Bad things always happen to me. Well, bad things always happen to you because you're pointing out all the bad things that's going on in your day. So it's a choice. Right. You can either think about the good or the bad, and that will manifest your day.
That's right. The power of positive affirmations is very key.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, yeah. And we talked about this off air, but it's a work in progress every single day. It's a work in progress. Nothing's ever perfect.
That's right. Yeah, you're right. And then talk about positive self-talk.
Yeah. I mean, because, in our heads, we say things to ourselves we wouldn't even say to our worst enemies, but we say to ourselves all the time. And we need to be aware of that, when we start to do this self-talk, this negative talk, like, oh, I'm not good enough, I'm not this, I'm not that. Be aware that you're starting to think that way, and then you can stop it. Go, no, I am this, I am that. I can do whatever I want to do. Right. We're going to shut that down of you, brain. I can do whatever I want to do.
That's right. That's very important. That positive outlook to life. I know, as you said, it's a guided journey, it's a guided process, just peeling off the layers gradually. So we all need to just muster the tones of courage and do the needful.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's right. So how has the journey been, especially in your relationships and your career?
My journey?
That's right, yes.
Yeah, well, I mean, for me, my journey started when I was born, like most people, obviously, but I was born with something called cerebral palsy. And if your viewers don't know what cerebral palsy is, a lot of times it happens at birth. At labor, I was not getting enough oxygen to the brain, and as a result, it affects one side of the body, where it could leave you paralyzed. It could affect your speech, and it's a permanent disability. And apparently the doctors thought it was so severe in my case that he told my mom that I would never be able to walk, that I need to get used to being in a wheelchair. Well, thank goodness for a wonderful mom. She just didn't take that diagnosis and just go with that. She got a second, third, fourth opinion, finally found somebody that was willing to help me. And that's basically where my journey of intense physical therapy started. But I was able to defy the doctors when I was 3. I was able to walk. I mean, I really don't remember it that much, but that was obviously a big feat that I was able to walk. But I do remember being put into soccer as a young boy, and at the time I was only able to run 25 to 50 yards, where these other kids are running laps all over the field. And I remember feeling so defeated, watching these other kids running around, and I basically could run to the lamppost and back, and it was just hard to deal with. But I did get a break right after that. I got surgery on my right foot to give me a little bit more spring in my step and alleviate the pain that I was feeling when I would run. And I didn't test it out yet, but I switched schools around that same time. And I remember my first day of physical education, we did our stretching, and then the teacher says, okay, run the lap. And I'm like, here we go again. I'm going to be able to run 25, 50 yards. And these kids are going to start teasing me because I can't keep up with them, and it's just going to be a horrible, horrible situation.
I understand.
Yeah, it was just bad. And but because of my surgery, things were a little different. I went past the point where I normally have to stop. And I kept running with the other kids. And I remember saying to myself, come on, Paul, you got this, buddy. Keep going, buddy. Keep going. And I finished the lap with the other kids. And then on the outside, I kept it cool. But on the inside, I was like, yes, yes, yes. Finally, the first time in my life that I just kind of fit in with the other kids. I didn't stand out. I wasn't different. And then I would say that things did get easier for me, but I wouldn't consider them easy. Changed schools again in junior high, and junior high is a hard age for kids. And to be a new kid with no disability, it's tough. Just being a new kid. But being a new kid with a disability is brutal. Bullied, teased, pretty much every single day. Remember going in my room, just crying, saying to myself, why me? Why do I have to be different? Why can't I just be one of the other kids and be like the other kids? But I wasn't. And around that same time, my mom wanted me to go to a Catholic high school. I was raised Catholic. So I had to take an assessment test to see where I was at. And apparently, I guess I didn't do well on the assessment test. And the principal met with me and my mom and said, well, we're going to allow him to go into school, but, he didn't score very high on the test. I don't really think that he's college material, so don't expect much out of him. So I felt really defeated about that. And I just remember midway through my 8th grade, I was just sick of feeling these feelings of sadness and anger, and didn't want to feel that way anymore. And I thought to myself, what could I do to not feel these feelings anymore? So at the time, I really enjoyed baseball. So I thought to myself, what if I made a goal to try to make my varsity baseball team? So from then on, I was playing fall ball, winter ball, spring ball. If I wasn't doing that, I was throwing a tennis ball against the wall. And the great thing about me going through this journey, I started carrying myself differently. I started to carry my head up higher, my shoulders back. I was starting to gain confidence in myself. And as a result of me gaining confidence in myself, that energy came across to the kids that were bullying and teasing me. They saw the difference in me. And instead of bullying and teasing me, they started to root for me. And I'm thankful enough that I was able to make my varsity baseball team as a junior and a senior. And it was a great feat.
That's right.
But then, I decided to myself, well, I always thought about what that principal told me before I got into high school, that I wasn't college material. And through high school, I kind of believed it. So I really didn't apply myself much because I thought to myself, well, I really am not college material. But then after I had this goal of making the varsity baseball team, I thought to myself, why not? Why not? Why am I not college material? What does she know? So I enrolled myself in a junior college, and I started to really step up my game. I was pretty much a 2.0 student in high school, and I raised that to about 3.5 in college. And I transferred over to university, Cal State Fullerton, graduated from Cal State Fullerton, and was able to defy the principal. Felt good. I almost wanted to go back to the school and show my college degree, but I thought, what, I won by finishing my goal. That's all that matters.
Right.
And then, I'm 22, 23 years old at the time, and I have no life experience. I have no idea what I want to do with my life. It's crazy that we expect, our kids to know what they want to do at 22, 23 when we have no clue on what life is all about. So I had a great family friend that said, well, hey, why don't you try to get into the mortgage industry? He was in the mortgage industry, highly successful. And I thought, okay, well, let me give that a try. And I really enjoyed it for many years. It was going really well. And then 2008, 2009 hit, and the economy changed. And they put these restrictions on us, some of them rightfully so, to get rid of the bad apples, but some of it was a little over the top where, I had to say my mortgage license number when I spoke to a client, and they would have these secret shoppers that would call and see and try to catch us if we weren't doing that. And if we weren't doing that, we'd get in trouble. So instead of really paying attention to what the client's needs were, I was saying to myself, oh man, did I say my mortgage license number? Did I say this? Did I say that? All so I didn't have to get in trouble. So it wasn't about the client anymore. I was just worried about having a job. So I was really losing the luster of the industry. But I remember about 6 years ago, they brought in this motivational speaker to motivate our sales team. And the guy blew me away. The guy was so awesome. And after the presentation, I made a point to go and talk with him and tell him how great of a job he did and how inspiring he was. And he was gracious enough. He allowed me to pick his brain a bit. And he said he started as a life coach. And I'm like, what is that? What is a life coach? He kind of explained to me what a life coach is. And I'm thinking, maybe that's what I want to do. Maybe that's the kind of route I wanted to go. So I got my coaching certificate, started putting in the universe that I wanted to start coaching, did coaching and mortgage at the same time, and then made the leap of faith to just straight do mortgages. And now I'm here talking with you and having a great time.
Brilliant. That was a journey. You know what? I wanted to talk about the limiting beliefs. I suspected that it got in your way at some point in life. It got in your way. Do you want to talk about the limiting beliefs? When you said the principal, set some, and his talk.
Yeah, absolutely. We limited beliefs, like we talked about earlier, that we think about negative things all the time, and it adds on to it if people tell you that you can't do something. You start to really believe what they're saying, but they don't know you. The only person that knows you is you, and and it's kind of sad that it was coming from a principal, because you think of principals and teachers as motivators that want to push you to do great things, and for them to say that I was not college material was kind of sad. But you know what? It is what it is. I don't know what their journey was. They may have had a hard journey, and they were reflecting that onto me. So I don't know what was going on in their life at the time when the principal said that to me. So, I want to show a little bit of grace, because they could have had a bad night. And they were taking it out on me. But I'm just so thankful that I was able to break that limited belief in myself. We continue to do that, right? I mean, I have limited beliefs all the time that I have to say no. I can do what I want to do, and that's constantly pushing yourself. And one of the ways to really do that is to put yourself in uncomfortable situations, like put yourself out there doing podcasts and doing talks and doing different things to push that comfort zone. And
that's right.
And I try to constantly do that. And what my test is, if I feel a little tickle in my belly, I know I'm doing the right thing, because I know that's making me feel uncomfortable. So that's kind of how I've been my mantra pretty much all my life.
Because you need to step out of your comfort zone. Be uncomfortable with comfortable.
Yeah, I love that saying. Yeah.
One of your motivational talks, you mentioned that your mother was has been a very strong motivating factor in your life. So I wanted you to tell me more about that. About her.
Well, I can't say enough great things about my mother, because without her, I wouldn't be able to walk right now. I would be in a wheelchair. She was my voice. I was an infant. I was a newborn. I didn't have a voice at the time. She was my voice, and because of her hard work and dedication to me, I'm the person I am today. And another point I want to make is in junior high, I set a goal to make my varsity baseball team. It could have, if I didn't have a good mom to kind of guide me on positive affirmations, I might have made a goal to do drugs or do something negative, but because of her teachings throughout my life, I wanted to go a positive route. I wanted to go with a positive goal. I mean, back when I told you I played soccer, I wanted to quit. I told my mom I wanted to quit. I didn't want to do this. I felt like I was making a fool out of myself because I could barely run. And my mom said to me, she goes, "That's fine, Paul. If you don't want to play soccer anymore, you don't have to play soccer, but you have a commitment. We signed up for this season, so you need to honor your commitment. And after this season, if you don't want to play soccer anymore, we don't have to play soccer anymore." And that's kind of been my mantra, all my life is, she's always told me that if you make commitments, you honor your commitments because people are counting on you. So she basically was my first, my mother, but she was also my first life coach and giving me some great lessons.
Great. Thumbs up for her. Thumbs up for her. So how can people work on the mindset and also the belief system? Because I think these two key topics are very critical when it comes to, people's focus on life successes and failures. So what do you say to that when it comes to mindset and belief system?
Well, my mindset is everything. I mean, you're not going to be able to do anything if you don't have a positive mindset. And what I would suggest for everybody to do is you got to help yourself first before you help anybody else. So if you're hurting, mentally in depression or whatever's going wrong with you, you can't worry about anybody else at this point. You just got to worry about making yourself right. I like to use this analogy a lot because I really enjoy it. Is when you get on a plane, the flight attendant always says, put on your oxygen mask first before you help out anybody else. And that's true in life. If you're not right, you're not going to be able to help anybody else. So the first thing starts with you and loving yourself and finding ways to love yourself. And it's not easy. Every single day we have to battle that. Things come up in our lives that are going to derail us and they're going to make us sad and they're going to make us angry. And that's okay that you feel these feelings. If you're sad, if you're angry, you're entitled to feel that way. I tell nobody to bottle up their feelings. Those are human emotions. And if you feel sad, you feel angry, that you're okay to feel those feelings. But there's going to be a point in your life where you're not going to want to feel sad anymore. You're not going to want to be angry anymore. And that's the point that you become aware that, hey, I don't want to be this anymore. How can I change it? Well, the easiest way to do that is to think about things that are going well in your life right at that moment. That's that gratitude piece. I know it sounds cliche-ish, but if you seriously do it, it will change your life for the better. I do it every morning, and sometimes I don't want to do it. Sometimes it's like I said, it's like, oh, I'm alive, because I didn't have a good day. But I just start to think about something that I could say that is going well.
That's right. And
just by keeping that top of mind, a positive affirmation, a positive thing, it just really sets your day off on the right foot.
Absolutely, and it really works. Absolutely.
Yep, it definitely does. Works well.
Yeah. I've been speaking with Paul Forchione. This is Omobola Stephen, and thank you for hanging around. Now, Paul Forchione is a mindset and a motivational coach. He's also a podcaster at Actions and Limits. Now, what he does is that he shares his inspiring journey with his clients to help them overcome obstacles and any challenges in their lives. So, Paul, did you have any projects you're working on?
No, I'm just right now. I'm just working on the business. I'll call it action.coach. You can see me there on a call to action.coach, and I even have my cell phone on there. So if you want to set up a free consultation to see if we'd be a right fit to help for me to help you, I'd be happy to do that. You mentioned the Actions and Limits podcast. We air a new episode every Monday, so. We bring on great people that talk about their journey, their struggles, and how they were able to bring up. And that's what we're doing right now. It's been a great journey.
That's right. So how can you be reached?
You can reach me on my website, acalltoaction.coach, and then that will have my cell phone on there, that'll have my email on there, and it will give me links to my YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, with all the great videos that I try to put out for you.
Brilliant. Thank you once again, Paul Forchione, for coming to the show. I really had an amazing time. I mean it, an amazing time. Thank you once again.
I did too. Thank you so much for allowing me the platform, and have a great rest of your day.
And you too. I hope we can do this some other time.
I would love it.
That's right. Thank you once again.
Bye-bye.
Bye.